In the early 1800s, European settlers were pushing out from Sydney in search of good pastures, and Appin proved ideal. Initially, relations with Aboriginal people were harmonious, but the shooting of an Aboriginal boy sparked tit-for-tat violence that resulted in the killing of some settlers. The escalating violence was noted by Governor Lachlan Macquarie in his personal diary, and he took drastic action. On April the 10th, 1816, he dispatched troops to inflict terrible and exemplary punishments, with the purpose of clearing the country of them entirely and driving them across the mountains. Governor Macquarie said if anyone resisted capture, they were to be killed and their bodies hung from trees. His troops followed his orders ruthlessly, and it's believed here 14 Aboriginal men, women and children were killed. A Captain Wallace records in his private journal that many were shot, others fled in terror to a nearby cliff. They were driven over the edge to their deaths. Macquarie admitted innocent men, women and children may have fallen in these conflicts, but hoped that this unavoidable result will eventually strike terror amongst the surviving tribes. The Dharawal people say more died that day, but the massacre also emboldened locals to commit more violence.
They went hunting. They went on a black hunt. And of course most of the blacks out there were the women and children.
The local MP says a census taken years later recorded just 5 Dharawal people in the area. He says it's time the government recognised the wrong and handed back the site.
We all should understand it. We're moving forward. But if there is a place so sacred as this is to the local Aboriginal community, it ought to go back to them.
Frances Bodkin is descended from one of the men killed.
I'd like to return it to what it was before, to make it a place that is happy, that it was before the massacres.
The Lands Minister is now considering the submission. Matt Wordsworth, ABC News.